chose not to have the surgery. He chose to rest and relax and hope it goes away. And then he ended.
We took a look at Gilmore, and if we got Gilmore, we win in the division. I feel like, you know what I mean? I feel like Stephon Gilmore.
Richard Rodgers. He's with our team over the last couple of years. But this is about our fourth time picking him up. What does that mean for...
Welcome to another episode of Bird Gang Nation Sports Talk. I'm your host, Bird Gang 31. Today, Nation, we have Rival Week ahead of us, and I had to go get a Dallas Cowboy content creator to come over to, the show, and let's talk some Cowboys. What
Yes,
up,
sir.
my guy?
Man, what is good, man? Thank you for bringing me on, man. I'm excited to talk. This week headed up here, right? First place on the line. Division rivalry gets no better. We're opening up the season finally for our first home game. And man, no better way to open up against the most hated Eagles.
Yeah, man. Everybody knows it's hate week. Everybody's out there putting that content out, getting crazy and getting live for the game. The best part about it is we're both coming into this game 1-1. You know what I'm saying? Division, first place on the line. And, we both got some injuries on both sides of the ball. And
Right.
it should be a good game, man. Like, how do you like your team so far going into this next game? 2 games.
Yeah, you kind of said it, 1-1, but our 1-1s are a little bit different, right? So, we opened up the season. We went to Tampa. We went toe-to-toe with the defending champions, came up a little short, left a little too much time on the clock. Then we swung to the other side of the West Coast, or the other side of the nation, I should say, to the West Coast, went to LA, grinded out a win there. Now, obviously, y'all started out hot, right? Went out the gate, went and pulverized Atlanta. Then you played a solid 49ers team who's 2-0 at home, and they got the little bit best of y'all, obviously. So, we're coming off a win. You're coming off a L. Great thing for us is the Cowboys are not 0-2 going into this and making this feel maybe like a must-win situation because you don't want to go 0-3. So that changed the temperament for us. But so far, as far as our team is, what I like the most is probably Kellen Moore. Mm-hmm. We went up against, the defending champions. They know what their front seven is. They're stout. And, man, we just threw the ball. Like, we used the pass game to be an extension of the run game. And, Cowboys Nation was like, oh, my God, we threw the ball 58 times. Ooh, we only ran the ball 18. I told him, I said, we actually ran the ball more than Tampa, but I understand. I get it. I said, well, we're going against the Chargers. Now, we kind of know the Chargers. We watched another team in our division who's 1-1. The Washington football team ran the ball pretty well against the Chargers, right? Mm-hmm. Well, let's see what Kellen dials up this week. What does Kellen do? Gets back to the run. We run the ball 31 times, only pass it 27, and we grind out a win. So, going into this, it depends on the Philly and how y'all want to attack us defensively, because Kellen is to the point now and elevated to, well, if you want to take the run away, that's fine. We're comfortable letting Dak throw it. If y'all want to come and play two deep shells, well, then we're going to hit you with Paul and hit you with Zeke and try to be effective that way. So I think it's almost like, remember, be water, my friend, right? Bruce Lee. That's kind of what Kellen Moore is right now. He wants to be water. If he goes in the glass, take the shape of the glass. If he wants it to be in the bowl, take the shape of the bowl. The idea is to attack, and his quote was, attack what defenses give us aggressively. And it's a welcome change after, Jason Garrett, but we're just going to line up and do what we do. And so it's a welcome change these first 2 weeks. 1-1 with a chance to get a early divisional win against y'all on Monday night.
Yeah, man. Same way with us. Like you said, we started out really hot against Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I feel like our coach was in the rhythm. They're doing some good things that second half of that game. We came against those 49ers, which also played a good game, but they are definitely a lot better team than the Atlanta Falcons, and they
Correct.
proved it that last week. I thought maybe with some of the injuries they had that we would be able to take advantage of that, but our coach wasn't ready. He got his first taste of real NFL football. You know what I'm saying? So I think this week he needs to take a good look in the mirror, and realize that he is here and the stage is set. So this is one game I know he does not want to lose his first year coaching. So we should see
Right.
what happens with that. Like I said, we got some injuries, but like I said, I think we still have one of the best offensive lines in the league. Even with BG
We'll
and
say,
Brooks.
yeah, say Brooks, right? Brooks torn pec.
Yeah.
He's going to be out,
Yeah.
right?
But we got Landon Dickerson, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to wait to see him play, but it looks like that time is over. He's about to be out there and he's about to be playing now. So having a full week of practice behind him should definitely help out the team and help out that offensive line because that's a beast. He's
Right.
just as big as Brooks, if not bigger. And he's gonna get out there and he's gonna do his thing this week. With the Cowboys, I believe that your defense can be scored on. You know what I'm saying? It's a possibility that we can do that with this secondary that you got and some of those linebackers being hurt over there. Don't you guys got who's all out for you guys over there?
Well, yeah, right now. So this past weekend, obviously, Randy Gregory and COVID didn't play defensive end. Now we know that DeMarcus Lawrence is going to be out for an extended period of time with the broken foot. Hence why we saw Micah Parsons playing defensive end and actually had 8 quarterback rushes along with the sack, the most rushes by the most. QB pressures, I should say, from a rookie since 2019 in Nick Bosa. Excuse me. Now, we had Wilson as well at safety. He was out. But, I mean, we got some depth back there in safety, so we're kind of okay. Now, linebacker-wise, we're okay there. We don't have any injuries at the linebacker position. Now, obviously, offensively, La'el Collins with a suspension, not really an injury. He missed his first game. He's got a 5-game suspension. That's a little weird. Somehow he kind of got suspended, but neither here nor there, and he's out. So we should get Gregory back this week from the COVID. But again, DeMarcus Lawrence, the big dog on the line, is going to be out for a while. Now, the guys that did start the season with us, if we're digging back, Gallimore, separated the elbow during preseason, so he's not had a chance to play for us yet. And then, of course, our second-round pick, Kelvin Joseph, who's also been hurt, and he's going to be missing the first 3 or 4 games before he comes back at cornerback, which leaves, as you mentioned, the cornerback position with Anthony Brown, who's been a little toasty the first couple of weeks.
Yeah. Hey, Diggs is doing all right, though. He's got 5 interceptions now?
Yeah, 14 games, 5 interceptions. He's got 2, 1 each week so far. So the good thing about this Cowboys defense is they're turning the ball over, right? We've got 6 turnovers in 2 games, 4 against Tampa Bay, 2 last week, and timely turnovers in the red zone, in the end zone kind of turnovers that are kind of wiping points off the board. So, for me, and I talked about this, about the Cowboys coming into this season, the top 2 things were turnovers and points per game. Week 1, they got the turnovers, right? They got the turnovers. They got 4 of them. But, boy, they gave up 31 points. It's not quite where you want to be. Fast forward to the Chargers. Well, they got the 2 turnovers, and they got the points per game right because it was 17. And that's kind of the magical number. If your defense can hold the opposing team to 17, with the caliber of offense we have, even though Michael Gallup is going to be out a couple more weeks, we should be able to win the game.
I heard that your other receiver there is kind of injured too. His ribs, Cooper.
Yeah, bruised ribs. He actually did that against the Bucks. Re-aggravated it there towards the end on the very last drive, setting up for the game-winning field goal. But he should be a full go. You know how this goes, right? He should be a full go come Monday. We get the extra day off because of the win, and of course, we're not playing till Monday night, so he should be good to go. But again, it's one of those weird things with the ribs, right? Because if you get a little hit on the side or whatever, you can re-aggravate it again, but he should nothing broken. Rib meat, as we like to call it. Rib meat's a little sore over there, if you will.
Right. So what do you think about Zeke this year? Do you think he's going to get back to form? It's been a couple of years since we've seen the old Zeke come out and play some football. Right now, last game, I think you guys had Pollard be your lead back, in terms of stats or whatnot. So how do you feel about Zeke?
Yeah, and Zeke should be the closer. Once we get up, let him pound and lean on people. And I think Pollard's just a good compliment, right? Look, Zeke still had 71 yards rushing. He still had around 33 or 31 yards receiving as well. Now Pollard a little bit more juice in the old legs, a little bit more burst, and he ended up with a little over 100 yards rushing for us. But they're a good compliment. A little lightning and thunder almost is what we're kind of cooking with back there. And again, it goes back to something that we've cried for in Cowboys Nation for years, getting them both on the field at the same time and seeing those things happen. And we're finally seeing that, not just in the first week, we saw it last week as well. And, whether you're accounting for Zeke and now Pollard can scoot out the side and different things. So it's a good 1-2 tandem. Now, Zeke's in better shape. He slimmed up this year. I know some people was like, oh, he's kind of lost a step. And, obviously the Bucks game, there's the one guy, you got to beat the one guy. And Zeke said it as well. He's got to beat that guy and score. But overall, catching the ball well, running the ball tough. He ended up with a touchdown, so I think he's complementary to what we're trying to do offensively.
Nice. That sounds good, man. I remember those games, man. It's always worried about Zeke, man, getting that rock. That guy's a beast. He gets out there and he runs people over. I think he had kind of a down year in terms of like fumbles and stuff.
Yeah, he fumbled. Yeah, last year. Trying to do too much last year, my guy. Just to be honest with you, Dak was gone. He was trying to put it on his head, and that was a little bit on the defensive side of the ball too last year. The Cowboys were just trying to do too much to make up for the fact that that Dak was gone. So, playing with a little bit more chip on the shoulder, obviously. And we just got to let it play out. And so far, like I said, the balance, man, is what really did it for us. And if it's Pollard this game and maybe it's Zeke next game, at the end of the day, Zeke still averaged 4.4 yards per carry. 16 carries for 71 yards. And then you backdoor the fact that he had 2 catches for 26 and another 13. So he's still a playmaker. Let's not act like it's time to put him out to the pasture. Zeke's done and wrapped up or anything and it's over.
I didn't say he was done yet.
No, not you, but there's there's so many. Look, I'm not talking specifically to you, my friend. Yeah. I'm saying there are those in Cowboys Nation. They're like, oh yeah, start Paul. Man, I was telling you about the group, right? Man, there's a guy. Oh man, Paul does this for 2-3 more games. They're going to trade Zeke. I'm like, bro, you can't trade Zeke. First of all, his contract's not going to let you. Okay, let's pump the brakes a little bit.
He's getting paid over there. Definitely getting paid.
Indeed.
So let's go through some positions here.
Sure.
Let's start out with the quarterback. How do you feel about Jalen Hurts?
Jalen Hurts, athletically, I like Jalen Hurts coming into the draft. I didn't per se like that y'all drafted him. I'll just keep that a buck with you. But I definitely like Jalen Hurts coming into the draft. I liked him, I think, a lot more than other people did. Now, we're not going to rehash history because y'all take him in the second round. And when that happened, I was like, I said, there's a problem. Like, you can't draft a quarterback that high when you just paid another quarter. I was like, well, that's fine. But we're not here for that. We're talking about this week. Gameplay that I've seen from him, what I've got to watch. Now, I didn't get to do my typical tape on y'all because you wanted to go on Monday. But what I have seen, obviously athletic, we knew that about him. Willing to run the ball, right? So we're good there. We know that about him. We knew that from college. To me, the feet, when you talk about the quarterback, if you want to know how a quarterback's doing, look at their feet. Are they planted? Are they solid? Are they tapping? Are they moving? Are they, doing things? And his feet are very calm in the pocket from what I've been able to see. Very accurate deep. Now that mid-range, he's still got some work to go there on some of the mid-range throws, but boy, he throws a great deep ball. Well, we've given up a couple of deep passes now, haven't we? So it's going to be interesting to see how we attack him in that realm, if it's a heavy pressure or some too deep shell. But I think for him early on in his second year, I think Jalen is right on schedule, and I think there's a lot of people that were worried about it. And then there was this, well, here's Joe Flacco. Well, they traded for Minshew. Or what's going on? Should we go get Deshaun Watson? It's like, well, why don't you just let the kid play? And so far, I think he's passing with flying colors as an NFL quarterback these first 2 weeks.
Yeah, man. I believe in him too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people want to, kick him under the bus. After that second game, we didn't win. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying he still is, 8th in QBR in the NFL right now. He still have one of the highest passing percentages in the NFL right now. So it's not time to get rid of him, man. Everybody just got to chill out. We played a really good team. You know what I'm saying? These guys are going to be in the playoffs, most likely San Francisco, if they don't beat their, that division over there in the West. That's like one of the best divisions in football. All 4 of those teams can go to the playoffs if they allow it to be. So, back to this game, Dak, how is your quarterback? Do you feel like Dak's 100% back? Because he's throwing the rock pretty good there. I just feel like the first game, Tampa Bay, he really didn't get hit too much at all. San Diego, I think they hit him a couple of times. They got a couple of good hits on him, but he's still like early in the season. Do you think he's going to be able to go through the whole season?
Oh yeah, I mean, injuries happen. I mean, to be clear, injuries happen. But I mean, the cover. I mean, the way we blocked it up, obviously, with even still coming in there. And the thing I talked about Dak in this performance against the Los Angeles Chargers was that, man, he was efficient. 23 of 27, right? 237. Now, yeah, he threw the interception. There was a miscommunication. He thought Cooper was going to stay outside. He went inside. You can't have those mental lapses. Fair. You can't have those. But he did. He could have thrown some touchdown passes, but the run game was going. The run game was scoring, right? So, I mean, as far as like the ankle or the shoulder, none of that's an issue. If there was something that happened with Dak and the injury or something that caused him to miss some time, it would be something new. It wouldn't be something that, held him out of preseason and stuff like that. So yeah, as far as I mean, my brother, he threw it 58 times week one and look, completed over 40 of them, like 70% of 58, and then 23 for 78. I mean, and he's letting them ride. And ain't no short arm, no nothing. I mean, they're zipping them things. So yeah, Dak is for sure back physically. And again, if there's something was to arise from an injury, it would be from a different part of the body per se, or from a current hit, not something that was lingering.
Okay. And where would you rank both quarterbacks if you had to go in the top 32 in the NFL?
I mean, to me, Dak's a certifiable top 5 quarterback. I don't think there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I thought he was coming into last season before the injury. I thought he was somewhere around 8 to 10. I think right now he's in the top 5. I'm not saying he's number 1. I mean, that's Patrick Mahomes. We know where Patrick Mahomes is, ladies and gentlemen. Diggs' son might mistake Dak for Patrick Mahomes when they were talking on Hard Knocks, but we know. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is up there. Jalen is an intriguing factor. There's not enough meat on the bone, there for me to really, is he top 15, top 20? I don't know, because I think it's unfair to really kind of rank him yet, because he's an ongoing process, right? Because he didn't get all the snaps last year, and now he's got to start 2 games. He's 1-1, and look, and had moments and stretches in the San Francisco game that he played well in. And
I think our coaches really lost that game for us more than anything. It's more of the coaches, play calling on offense and defense. If he wasn't aggressive enough on defense, or they weren't aggressive enough on offense. They kind of kept it kind of vanilla. We kept going in that zone defense. They kept picking apart that zone defense. It kind of reminded me of last year. Jim Schwartz's defense this last week. That's what it kind of reminded me of, the way they kept doing the same little thing over and over again, and you weren't stopping it. The pressure wasn't getting there. We weren't dialing up any blitzes. It kind of went revert from the second half of that Atlanta game, where he was being a really aggressive play caller, calling nice, sharp plays, getting people in the right situation. We had that 91-yard bomb to Quez, and then you tell me we get to the 2-yard line, and then you're gonna run
the Philly special for no. Why? Let me ask you, why didn't Ward just run? I don't know why he threw the ball. Like he had. I mean, he could have ran. I was like, why? Why didn't he just run?
Even to get a pass before that, Jalen Hurts could have ran, but he tried to stand in there and throw the ball. I'm like, hey, Jalen, this is what I need for you to do. I understand you want to be a passing quarterback, but you get paid for your legs, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like if you 5 yards out, just take it. You know what I'm saying? Don't think twice about it. If it's open, bomb, dump it. If it's not open, just take it. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get your stats, and that's how you're gonna get some wins early in your career. You're still learning how to, dissect defenses and things like that. But until that time comes, you need to go ahead and do what you do best, and that's run the rock when you got the chance.
Yeah, I mean, to your point, I mean, he was like 12 of 23 for about $190, and like you said, running the ball, he had like 10 carries, like 82, 83 yards, and like a touchdown. And another interesting thing too against San Francisco, with the game being so close, I mean, and even Miles Sanders, I mean, he was averaging 4 yards a carry. Situationally getting those runs done, I mean, obviously can become an issue within the ebb and flow of the game. But as we talk about it, going into the fourth quarter, I mean, the game was always 7-3 going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
To me, and like I said, I didn't get a full glimpse of your entire game. I was kind of watching it on a couple of different screens, waiting for our game to come on. It just seemed like y'all could have. It looked like there was opportunity for y'all to run the ball a little bit more, and y'all just didn't.
The RPO game was looking nice.
And I hope y'all continue that this week, because I'm not quite sure about our run defense. It might sound crazy for me to sit here and say, "Well, I hope you throw the ball more," but I absolutely hope you throw the ball more and don't run it as much. So hopefully your coaches keep that rolling.
You're not worried about the Slim Reaper carving up Diggs over there.
No, man.
He was doing it in practice for years, my guy. I think if anybody know Diggs, it's gonna be the Slim Reaper.
Nah, I'm not. Yeah, man. Slim had a good week 1. He's week 2.
Actually, but people don't realize too is he got double teamed the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
And you had Josh Norman, who's a veteran in the game, plus help over, double teaming him. So of course he's a rookie. He probably doesn't understand the full complexities of beating double teams in the NFL yet. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? And Jalen still kept force feeding him the ball, which I think when you got double teams on Smith, you got to go other places. The best thing about week 1 we did was spread the ball out to everybody.
Right.
Watching the Niners game before, we should have went straight for the for the tight ends. Hawkinson had a huge game against the Niners, but neither we didn't have Ertz or Goddard get nothing but 2 catches each. So I think that was bad coaching strategy, and bad coaching by
Yeah.
the coaches trying to
And
get
and
everybody
and
the ball.
and right there, what you just said, and this is something that does, for me. I said this week when I was when me and my crew, we did a Tampa Bay Buccaneers cast, and we were talking about the game or whatever. And I kind of brought up, I was like, man, I'm a little worried about Gronkowski, because historically, the Cowboys just said, I mean, we just had issues with tight ends. It just has been that way for a while. And he was, oh no Gronk. Well, what does Gronk do to us? Tears us up for like 90-some yards and 2 touchdowns. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So then, going into the Chargers game, I was like, man, it's old man Cooks. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Brandon Cooks has been around a while, but I remember he cooked us in that Green Bay game whenever we went 13-3. We were up, and lo and behold, he makes that nice little catch there at the very end, right? And things go down. And I mean, you go back to this week here. I mean, man, Cooks. Jared Cook. I mean, he had 3 for 28, but he had the touchdown call back. Like, there was opportunities there. He had another one where he could have caught a touchdown, but he got Herbert got rushed a little bit, and he threw just a little behind, and Jalen was able to make a breakup. So there was opportunities there for the tight end to get open. And that's guys would just kind of run that. And if y'all run some 12 personnel with Goddard and Ertz, for sure it would be something that the Cowboys that we have to be alert to and figure that out, because the middle of our defense, once we kind of altered what was going on with Anthony Brown in the first half against the Chargers. The middle of our pass defense, it got a little soft. Well, when you talk about a little soft, that's when you start talking about tight ends, and they can really go to work on that pass. So definitely something with 2 tight ends that y'all have that the Cowboys have to really pay attention to and be ready for if that's the game plan that y'all employ offensively.
Yeah, man. I want to see this guy keep it spread out. You know what I'm saying? There's too many playmakers to have.
No. Just keep it in, keep running the ball. I mean, just keep it in and just keep throwing, like I kept saying. Like, don't worry about running it. Like, don't spread it out too much. Just have your little 12 and keep the guy to help block, because offensive line, just keep throwing to Slim Reaper double teamed over there.
Get them double backs, with Kenny Gainwell, Miles Sanders, let them get some double options going, option football game running against you guys. I think that's
we don't need that.
A great deal.
No, we don't need that.
Against you guys this week. And then hit Quez deep. You know what I'm saying? Quez is I tell everybody, Quez is going to have those kind of stats all year, if he stays consistent, where it's like 2-3 catches over 100, 125 yards. He had 2 catches for 117 last week. And I see those kind of stats always being able, because he's so fast,
I missed out often. Was it 91-yard catches don't end in a touchdown? Insane.
Right. His footing got messed up, man. I think if he didn't try to go inside there, he could have probably took that to the house. But it is what it is. Still a great play. We got Rager, who, if he doesn't step out of bounds, you know what I'm saying?
The inches you need, right? Yeah, the inches you need are everywhere around.
There was opportunities all over the place for us to win that game, even though we lost it. And it was a coach. And no disrespect to the Niners, because they played a great game. And that Nick Bosa guy out there's a beast, straight beast. So, it was a great defense. But, it was a good game to reflect, because I think if we would have went into this game 2-0, riding high, we could have overlooked some things with the Cowboys this week. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could be sitting too high and pretty, thinking we're on top of the world. So it's good that we got a little wake-up call before we went in, because you guys' game is the more important. To me, it's definitely more important than the Niners game. You know
For
what I'm saying? So,
the visuals always, big facts.
It doesn't matter what our records are.
Right. No doubt.
0-2 each, and we're going to go in this game play like it's our Super Bowl, my God.
Yeah, now now y'all lost Brandon Graham for the year, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is the game plan for y'all? What are y'all looking at? How y'all going to replace Brandon Graham coming up for not just this game, but moving forward?
See, I was letting everybody know, like, if any position to lose a star player, the O&D line was the two positions, you know what I'm saying, for Brooks. We had Landon Dixon. We wanted to hold him out longer,
Right.
but he is a high quality, lineman that can play all across the line. So that's good. It sucks that Brooks went down again, but, we got Landon there. And on defense, look at our starters. Look at our backups. You got Sweat back there. You got Ryan Kerrigan back there. You got, Milton Williams, a rookie. Hassan Ridgeway's been playing awesome these first two games. So it's like we had two starting lines on both sides. You know what I'm saying? Like, and our defensive line, same way. Milton Williams plays some DN. He's a defense tackle that plays defensive end and tackle, which he did a good job with in the preseason. But, you look for guys like Ryan Kerrigan to get more snaps. Josh Sweat, we just paid him all that money, because he is a terror coming off that end. So I think both of them two players will get extra time, and we'll be able to cover that spot. You got to put more pressure on Fletch. He got to do a better job moving forward. He got to take more of a leadership role, and he also got to do more than just crush the pocket. He got to get some sacks. Hargrave's playing great. He's had two good games back to back. So I'm looking for him to continue his thing. So our defensive line is not a worry for me. In terms of you guys, it's how we're going to play. Are we going to stick to this zone defense that's been getting torched? Or are we going to play a little bit of man-on-man? Because I think man-on-man would, safety help, of course. But man-on-man is how we're going to have to play your two receivers over there, and Cooper and Lamb. You know what I'm saying? Because you keep them on zone, they're going to find that zone, and they're going to get open. And then you don't want them to get the ball, because once they got the ball in their hand, they're real dangerous. So, I think the coach need to take a good look at the mirror. Play your man defense. Stop playing all this safe zone, trying to worry about keeping the plays in front of you, and go attack you guys. You know what I'm saying? Put some pressure on Dak early, and get a couple of sacks out of it if we can. And, I think big play Slay can handle Cooper. He's done it before. You know what I'm saying? It's not that hard of a task for him to do. And I think Nelson Island should be able to handle a second-year player like freaking Lamb. So. And this is saying it would help over the top by safeties like Harrison, McLeod, if McLeod gets a chance to play.
Fair enough. You
gotta look at before last year.
Every
year that Slay played Cooper, he shut him down.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I say that right there, he can play a one-on-one, and I feel like we have a good matchup there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sounds good. I like it. I mean, here's where you're not wrong. If you play zone, it's going to be a wrap. Like, I mean, Dak is dialed in. No disrespect to your front line missing Graham. We've done a pretty good job blocking up. I have to feel like that's going to continue. We've played a couple of good fronts, right? We know what the Bucs front is. We know what they bring over there with the Chargers, with the other Bosa, if you will. And Bosa was just getting handled. So I feel like we're able to handle it. Now, it's always different, though. Here's the thing that we always, sometimes you have to throw these things out when the Eagles and Cowboys get together. The best laid plans don't always go as planned, though, because it's a rivalry game. You know each other so well, so there's some things in there. But it's a little different this round because you have the new coach, right? And so it's a little bit unfamiliarity there a little bit with what y'all are going to do outside of what we've seen the first 2 weeks. On the same token, Kellen Moore, now we're seeing him with the chains kind of off, and him, he's the main man. He got the 3-year deal. Dak's a made man now. He's paid. So we're seeing them really do these, taking advantage of what's going on with what y'all are giving us, and whatever teams are giving us. And I expect it to continue. So it's almost like, okay, well, if y'all are going to sit in zone, then yes, you're right. I think we're going to go attack that, and it's going to become a problem because you can do that. No, just look, Jimmy G's been to the Super Bowl, we know, but that was that run game and that defense. You can play zone against Jimmy G a little bit. You can do those things. Jimmy give you a little.
For the most part, like we kept what Kittle's had 40 yards, something like that. And if you take away that long play from Debo, he only has like 50 yards in that game. So our defense wasn't the reason why we lost that game. Our defense actually played.
You gave up 17, you should win. That's always been my motto. You give up 17, you should win. So then we fast forward that. Well, let's take your, hey, man up, right? Because you know what? Slay shut down Cooper. Okay. All right. And we're going to do the shell over the top. Well, that's exactly what the Chargers just did. Now you got to stop the run. And the two-headed monster that is Pollard and Zeke, and you can mix in Dak if he decides to run the ball as well. So and then that's a chess game within it. So it's almost like what you're talking about. right? Of, okay, well, let's do it this way. Cool, that's fine. Then it'll be kind of what we seen against the Chargers. It'll be 31
That's
runs,
different, though.
27 passes,
Because the
and
Chargers have rookie cornerbacks. You know what I'm saying? Rookie
but that boy
cornerbacks.
Sam is a beast though.
He's
Hey
still
man,
young, my guy. He
hey,
got to pick on you guys. You
I
got to
understand, but
he's
but
still
bro,
young. You know
but
what
he,
I'm
but he
saying?
comes from, but you got to understand though,
Receiver.
but he
Think about
comes from
this.
but he comes from an NFL pedigree. You
But
know, I
think
mean,
about
you're
this.
very familiar with his pops. Come on now.
Yeah. But think about this, though.
Mhm.
You know, a guy like Cooper
Mhm.
knows what to do to a rookie cornerback. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to toast him. You
Mhm.
know, Lamb, too. He's been in the league for a whole
Mhm.
year. There's certain things that rookies don't see and don't understand yet
Mhm.
as a rookie compared to a guy that's been playing in the league like Big Play Slay for all these years. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That's not any of that nuances that you're going to be able to do against Big
Mhm.
Play Slay and get away with. You know what I'm saying? And he actually has some tricks that he could probably use against you too. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to pull a little tug on there when he needs to, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because the speed's getting a little slower, you know, just veteran moves
Mhm.
that I think would be a lot better against your receivers than some young guys out there trying to hang out.
Right. No, and I agree. But like I said, though, when you talk about that man on with the two deep shell, well, that means you can't load up the box then. If you can't load up the box, then we're going to start. We're going to start. You know, the old ninja cuts. Well, okay. Well, we're gonna go this way with you. We're gonna get it this way. Well, and then as soon as y'all want to come up, well, then we're going to go back and look at something else that way. You know, because eventually, if you drop them into the box, then okay, you if you want to take your chances on Coop 101, or if you want to take your chances with Lamb 101, then you have to live and die by the sword there. Same thing with us, though. Just because it's out there, obviously, we have to take advantage of it. And that's like the big key about it. You know, I think for us defensively, the biggest thing is make sure Jalen doesn't beat us with our feet or with his feet, because that's, you know, historically we've had problems with quarterbacks that are a little quick, fleet of foot and able to get out. We saw it with Kyler Murray last year, right? And we've seen it before. So I think for us defensively, it's still the same goal here. We got to get the takeaways, keep the points per game down, and we got to make sure Jalen isn't able to beat us with our feet. He has to prove, even though he's got the big weapons over the top, we have to make him prove that he can beat us with his arm. Not that he's not capable of throwing the ball deep, which we talked about earlier, but that mid range is he's still working on that. He's getting into his groove there, you know. So if we're able to not let the tight ends eat and force him to take underneath stuff, right, and just be specific and don't let him get 10 for 81 yards or 82 yards like he did against San Francisco, that definitely puts us in a different mode than what we can do and accomplish against your offense.
Yeah, man. See, Hurts is going to get yards regardless of his leg, just for a simple fact. Once we start running that RPO, all it takes is a good run from Miles Sanders, a good run from Kenny Gainwell, and then now, you know, you're going to get them defense to collapse. And once that happens, it's always open field for Hurts, you know, or he could just run it on the pass play too. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'd get out there if he put too much pressure.
And especially and right there. And that's why I don't think the Cowboys are going to go a lot of heavy man, because once you get heavy man, that's whenever your quarterback, who's fleet of foot, you know, can get out, because he's looking now. Maybe Micah Parsons is a spy this week. You know, that's the other thing about Micah Parsons. What's he going to do, right? So we saw him at Mike linebacker, what he did week 1. Well, now he lined up at defensive end in week 2. So what are we going to see week 3? Maybe he's the ultimate equalizer in that. Like, we're going to play zone and Parsons is going to be a spy, and we're going to force him to stay in the pocket, throw the ball, you know, or even if he rolls out, we're going to make sure he's not going to gain and throw the ball. Like, I think the big plan for the Cowboys has to be zone, and even if it takes a spy per se, when it goes against Jalen Hurts, you have to force him to beat you with his arm, not his legs. Because if you allow him to get cooking with his legs, you just said, here comes the read option, right? Okay, well, now we're keying on him. I'll do it reverse. We're keying on him. Okay, well, I'm just going to let it go. And one that Sanders is going to gas you for, 5, 10, 15. So to me, I think the biggest thing for the Cowboys and what needs to happen here is, I think it's a lot of zone on the back end, and make sure we're keeping Jalen in front of us and not let him beat us with his legs.
Yeah, do you think you could afford to spy him though? You know what I'm saying? Because with as many weapons as we do have on the outside, like 2 top 10 tight ends, 3 really fast receivers out there,
Yep.
that get open, you still designate one player just to spy Jalen?
If we're playing a lot of big nickel, right? And within that big nickel, I think there is ways that we can do that, but it'll depend on your alignment, right? Are you in 11 personnel? Are you in 12 personnel? And then look at it from that lane. Right. So, but now, for instance, so if we're only going to bring 3 and drop, then yeah, we can. Absolutely. If you're only bringing 3 and you want to drop, sure. You could definitely spy and still play zone behind that and be fine. Now I do think we didn't blitz a lot. Like, we blitzed a lot week 1. We didn't blitz a lot week 2. Now, I'm not saying we need to go back to how we were blitzing week 1, but I think as we are doing those things with the zone behind there and maybe spying a little bit, just to try to confuse Jalen because he's still young. No knock on Jalen, but he's young. So we got to give him different looks, all right? Rush 3 here, rush 4 here, rush 3 with a spy here, zone back here. All of a sudden, get a nice corner blitz off the end. All right, we're going to blitz you up the middle. Just get him uncomfortable, get his feet a little happy, and make sure we keep him away from being able to beat us with his legs. So I think it's mix up the looks, a lot of zone, force him to hold the ball a little bit longer, or, again, beat us with his arm. And I think that's the key to victory for us because, once again, if he gets cooking with them feet, we know that's going to be fire for that offensive line. Start mashing. Now these other running backs will get involved because we got to start keying and doing those things.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to the 16 in the chat. Please like and subscribe to both of our channels. We are 2 great Eagle content creaters.
Whoa.
One great Eagle content creator. And one great Cowboy
I'm
content
out. Goodbye.
creator. Hey, I'm trying to give you some love on the show. Trying to make it a little bit better for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, 2 great content creators here for our teams.
Yes.
We got the Cowboys and we got
go.
the Eagles in here. So
Yeah.
Eagle fans, go ahead and subscribe to my boy. It's your boy Nix. And Cowboy fans, go ahead and subscribe to Bird Gang Nation. You know what I'm saying? The links are in the description. And to Matt Owens, he said, what happened to Travis Fulgham? He looked promising. Travis Fulgham, man, I don't know what happened to him. He's on our practice squad. And I guess whenever he decides to get his head out of his, he'll be on the regular roster because he's not been playing as good as he should be playing. And, that was a disappointment for me too.
Yeah, sometimes, though, it's just new regime. He's not their guy. You get a new coaching staff in here, and even though what he did last year, right, that's cool and all, but, when you get a new coaching staff in, man, they want their own guys. I mean, it's just what it is. And we're seeing that with Dan Quinn on our defense. Like, he wants his guys, right? And he's we saw the draft picks and different things, and got certain guys not getting the kind of reps they used to get, and certain guys didn't get re-signed. And, for your wide receiver there, yeah, I mean, that's the other thing, too. Like, he's still around, and then maybe he's got to do some extra work and show it to this set of coaching, these set of coaches. He already proved it to us. It's a meritocracy. It was cool for the last staff, wasn't good enough for this staff, so we have to wait and see.
Yeah, and hey, man, I'm sure that Nick Sirianni is a receivers coach. He was a receivers coach. He understands what he wants out of his receivers. So if Travis Fulgham got what he wants, Travis will play.
Right.
So you look at even guys like Boston Scott. I don't think Boston Scott's taken a snap the whole first 2 games, you know what I'm saying? And it's only been Kenny Gainwell, Miles Sanders. So they're running things a little bit different this year around than they did before. So we'll see what happens with that. We got a question here. It said question 3, Philly 3 keys to win the game, Cowboys 3 keys to win the game. So you can go ahead and go first with the Cowboys, and I'll go with
I mean, I think I already gave one key for sure is defensively, do not let Jalen beat you with his feet. Mix it up, give him different looks, confuse him. He hasn't started. He's played a lot of big time college football, but he hasn't started a full 17 games now, since that's what the regular season is. He hasn't started 17 games in the season, so you have to contain him and make Jalen beat you with his arm. Show him, make him prove that he can do that. I think number 2, continue what you've been doing so far, Kellen Moore. Whatever they give, attack it aggressively. As he said, we saw us attack by air in Tampa. We saw attack by ground in LA against the Chargers. I think it's the same game plan here with Philly. What do you want to give us? Okay, well, then we're going to take that. It'll be a lot of alerts. They're going to call 2 plays, and they're going to come out there. Deck's going to look, okay, where we at? All right, we're going with this play. And then I think thirdly, and most importantly, and if you follow me on Twitter, your _guy_Nix. If you follow me on Twitter, I talked about this all preseason, and now I don't even say it. I just special teams matters. Okay, they matter.
Yeah.
They just matter.
Okay.
Yeah, special. Like it's the lost. It's the third part of the team, but fans in general don't think about it. All right, until there's a blocked field goal stuff, but it matters because if you go back to week 1 for the Dallas Cowboys, missed extra point, 2 missed field goals. Maybe I'll give him a pass on the 60-yarder. Fair. Missed makeable field goal, 37 yards or whatever. Missed extra point. That's 4 points right there. How many did we lose by? 2. All right, let's fast forward to the Chargers. He makes his field goals. You win by 3. However, almost cost us because on 4th and 20, you go hit the dadgum punter and give him an automatic first down. Unfortunately, they missed the field goal, so we dodged a bullet. So, and our special teams coach was out here saying some wild stuff in his interview today. So for us, solid special teams play. Special teams matters. So I'm gonna give you one from all 3. My 3 keys from each set is make Jalen beat you with his arm. Take what the Eagles give you, attack it aggressively, and just be solid in the special teams. And I think if we can go do those things, I think the Cowboys will come out with a victory.
Okay, and for me, I think the things we need to win this game is get that pressure on Dak and get him down on the ground often and early. You know what I'm saying? Hit him as many times as possible, because that boy's slinging that rock this early in the season right now. So we got to get that pressure. We got to get some sacks on our defense. You know what I'm saying? We got to be doing some blitzing on our defense, just to keep that pressure on him and stop the run game too as well. So pressure on Dak would be my number one thing to do. I think if we stop Dak, we stop those receivers, we stop that whole offense. You're taking the engine right out of that offense. So we need to get to Dak, and we need to get to Dak often. Second would be the coaching. Coach better. We have to call some better plays on offense and defense. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we can't just stick in a shell defense, zone defense the whole game. Expect to win some games. You know what I'm saying? Mix it up. Like I said, get some blitzing out there. Disguise coverage. Whatever you got to do, we need some better play calls on the defense. Even though we played a good defensive game last week, it could have been better. Offensively, the same thing. We need to get back to doing some screens, doing some different plays. You know what I'm saying? Get everybody involved, from Goddard to Ertz to Slim Reaper. All those guys need to be involved. I don't want to see Jalen Hurts targeting, Devontae Smith when he's in double coverage. You know what I'm saying? That can't be happening. You can't have plays designed for him when he's getting double covered. You got to take advantage of that double coverage to get the ball around to other guys. And I would say another thing is just, we need turnovers, period. We can getting sacks, but turnovers, I don't think we have one. Or do we have? I think we only have 1 in 2 games. So 1 turnover in 2 games ain't going to cut it in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? You got to get that pressure to, cause Dak to throw an interception or something.
Right.
We need fumble recoveries. I know last game we had 2 that got called back. So, that's kind of messed up, but it is what it is. And penalties too also. So I'll put turnovers with pressure, but let's go penalties. I think we are one of the highest penalized teams in the league right now, and we got to stop these penalties, the nonsense penalties. That also cost us the game last week. We had that fumble that went out of bounds 15 yards, and then here we go, Barnett going to go hit the guy, and add an extra 15 yards, when it was a 3rd down, you know what I'm saying? We could have been off the field, but now you gave these guys a first down, and they're moving the ball again. I think that was a touchdown that they went ahead and went on and scored on. So penalties been hurting us. We got to clean that stuff up, get pressure on Dak, get some turnovers, and then, what was that? What else did I say? Penalties, turnovers,
Coaching.
and coaching. Yeah, coaching, better coaching. And if we do those things, we clean those things up, and a coach come out, kind of play like we played at the second half of that Atlanta game. Coach that kind of aggressive offense, you know what I'm saying? Stick to them, boom, boom, boom. Keep your foot on the gas pedal instead of just, running the ball when we need to be passing, or, he was just doing all kind of crazy stuff that wasn't supposed to be.
Y'all did have more. Y'all did have more yards though. Y'all did have more yards than the Niners for what it's worth.
Yeah, we did, but
of course, if you take that 91-yard bomb out of it, I guess it's a little. It kind of unevens it a little bit.
Yeah,
but
that's a 91-yard play.
Yeah.
We didn't have a 91-yard play in the first game. You know what I'm saying? So it's just better play calling on both sides of the ball, man. That's really the real big key. I think our team's talented enough to, play with the best of them in the league this year. It's just we got to make sure that our leaders are leading us in the right direction. So,
yeah. I mean, again, let me ask you. I mean, you how you feel? Your confident level on a scale of 1 to 10. How confident you feel you going into Monday night, going to AT&T Stadium?
It's going to happen.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to happen.
It's going to happen. I'm that confident. We're not dropping 2 in a row right now. I think, like I said, I think that loss was perfect. It's going to get everybody mind right, get us back focused. And plus, it's Cowboy week, man. if any game, I don't care if we only win 3 games.
And look, and there's one of the things that we always talk about as Cowboys fans and different thing is, man, like we're everybody's Super Bowl at times. You feel me? I mean, not in the grander scheme of things, but boy, I've heard it. You're not the first Eagles fan to say this. You won't be the last. It's like, right. I don't care if we go 2 and whatever, as long as we beat the Cowboys twice. It's all that matters. And man, we're just so nonchalant about it. We're like, man, we don't really like y'all, whatever. You know, we want to get this dub, but it's like, man, we try to look over here, whatever. But we do. It is very true that the Cowboys do take a lot of, you know, of teams' best shots. And look, that's not just within the division. I think that's a lot of teams in general, just because of, you know, the different things, right? Because, I mean, my God, I mean, I don't watch these shows. Now, if you do, sir, I hope I would implore you not to watch them. The first takes of the world, the Undisputeds, because they know, like, it's all scripted.
They know. You know, for our teams, content creators nowadays, because we're gonna keep it real with you. You know, we're gonna tell you what we've seen, right, and what we believe. You know,
it's not scripted. Like me and this man talked for 5 minutes before we came on tonight. We've never conversated face to face before ever, and here we are delivering the content. We don't need no script. We don't need to go off kilter and like, oh my God, I can't, you know, and all this extra theatrics. Man, just deliver good content. You feel me? And but there's no way in hell y'all are coming to AT&T and getting that dub.
We're doing it, my guy. I'm sorry you had to.
I just don't see it happening. I think your coach are going down. I think your coach. I think your quarterback are still finding their feet early. Now, maybe we circle back to the second game. Maybe it's a little bit different scenario. Let some things happen. Let your side of the ball maturate a little bit more. The coach a little bit more. But this week right here, I think the Cowboys are setting up and going to roll. I look what's going on with the schedule, and the thing that I talked about going into this season was we had to set games early. We really do. Like, we have to set games early and then see where the chips fall once we get into late November, early December. And man, I'm telling you right now, I just, I don't think you're gonna get this one, my guy.
I'm gonna get your hot takes. You know, we're gonna do a couple hot takes here.
Okay.
And Cowboy fans, still, you know, that's one thing I don't understand. Like, you can say you don't have enough rings. You guys have one more ring than we do. You know what I'm saying? You guys call Super Bowls whatever, but the Eagles have 4 championships, my guy.
Well, you got to split. Well, now know your history.
The most recent championship 5 years ago. You guys haven't seen a championship in 26 years, my guy. That's a long time. Some of you guys wasn't even born. You know what I'm saying?
You know. Now, if we know our Eagles history, though, you know, one of those NFL championships that you want to talk about, that was y'all on the Steelers team. You had to converge together and be together. So you kind of got to give them half of one. So I'm going to say it's like 4.5 because y'all didn't have enough people. See, I know a lot about y'all. See, I'm old. I look young, but I'm old. I know a lot about this game. So I ain't going to let you get out there with that 5 when y'all had to combine a squad and do some things. Hey, that's where y'all get y'all's blue and yellow uniforms
Whatever
from.
happened to get the ring, we got the ring, my guy. When you look at her history book, it says 4 championships.
Championships.
4.
Hey, but here's the thing, though. You can't talk about you can't talk about our rings being on. You want to claim championships for some of our parents wasn't alive, though, my guy. I mean, come on, keep the same energy.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
You guys haven't seen.
Here's what I like,
I
though.
think it's always funny. I was just reading that comment. It's always funny.
Oh yeah, like, they always go to that.
We don't have any Super Bowl rings.
Yeah,
we don't have no championship ring.
It's they're there. Yeah,
you guys got one more ring than us. And if you want to talk about recent stuff, it's like we got the last ring.
I know, but you can't. You start talking about when you look. I think it's more than that, isn't it? 96. Yeah. Okay. 26. Look, here's the thing, though. You Eagles fans starting to sound a little like these Cowboys fans. Well, we won one 5 years ago. Oh, well, remember, because you used to tell us, well, don't talk about the past. Whoa, I see. Y'all started getting that. Well, you got that wood ring. You just kind of lay it on what's start talking about the past and everything. But, here's the incredible thing about that. Whether the 5 rings, 1 ring, 5 championships, they call it Town, Green Bay, right? Because they got 13 championships. They count the Super Bowls and everything else. Here's the most asinine thing about this. Mm-hmm. There's only 1 winner and 31 losers every year. Yeah. This is an insane sport for us to cheer for because either you win or you don't. At 26 years, I mean, that's cool. You know what? No one brings up the fact that the Niners haven't won one in 27 years.
But also to go with that, the Eagles, since, if you want to go back, what was it, since 2000 or whatever, we have the most
I mean, five
win.
straight. Yeah, five straight conference championships, right?
Yeah, most
Yeah, I
playoff
mean,
wins and stuff. Like we've been
oh yeah,
doing it
hmm
for a while now. You know what I'm saying? That's
yeah.
why I get mad at the Eagles fan to think last year was such a big deal. You know, where they're like, oh well, it'd be great if we just win 6 wins this game. No, that would not be great, and there'd be nothing great about that. You know what I'm saying? I got the floor 10 games this year, and the ceiling 12-5, 13-4.
Whoa, run that by me again. I'm sorry. I was drinking some water. I was like, man, this water's so good. I was kind of looking at the comments for a section. Hold on. Now, say that for me one more time. Just make sure I heard it correctly.
Shout out to the 25 in the chat. Please hit that like and subscribe to both of us. I said the Eagles' floor is 10-7.
Okay.
Our ceiling is 12-5, 13-4.
Are you a bet?
Our hardest games are these first 6.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then it kind of eases out a little bit. We got the worst place schedule right there. You know, the 4th-place schedule. So I think a lot of those other teams are definitely beatable. You know what I'm saying? I see us sweeping the little Giants. You know what I'm saying? Because those guys.
Well, they got some problems over there. Well, they got some Jason Garrett problems over there.
Yeah, exactly. You guys passed them off to the little Giants.
Skirt, little dish. Here you go. Take that.
And then, Heineke, wait, we'll see how he plays in 2 games. I can't just say nothing. I think last year he had a game or 2 where he looked pretty good. But
and two, the Washington football team's defense has not been quite as good as build, right? Now we know the front line with the 4 former first round draft picks looks pretty good, but boy, that back half not up to snuff so far. Early in the season, though, definitely early in the season. But 1-1, the quarterback is somewhat of an issue, and then that defense boy, the Giants put up a lot of stats on them there, didn't they? So that's kind of wait and see.
I was just saying, even last year, everybody's keep talking about the Washington defense, right? I'm like, our B team line last year in the game 17, week 17, 16, when we gave them the championship because we pulled Hurts. You know what I'm saying? Our BT line was handling those 4 superstars that they're talking about. And plus, Kerrigan was on that team last year, and he's on our team now. So you took away a piece. Yeah. And, those guys are good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say that they're crappy players or nothing, but at the same time, it's not like they're not blockable.
Yeah. Are you a betting man by chance or no?
Oh yeah, I bet.
Oh, you bet.
I do FanDuel. I bet on I bet $100 on the Eagles to win.
Okay.
Bet US. So I'm looking to get.
Well, while we're here, it's 8 week. I mean, we could, and you said 10-7, 13-4. Okay. I'm open to take
Cowboys.
Look, watch this. I'll tell you. Look, watch this.
Prediction.
How about this one? I'll bet you. I will say the Cowboys will finish this season with a better record than y'all.
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay. I mean, you want to put a wing bet on it? You want to bet some wings?
Yeah.
You want to bet some wings? How about a 20 piece wing? You pick your spot wherever you're located. I'll pick my spot wherever I'm located, and we'll go from there. Whoever has the best record.
It's a deal because we're winning the division. My God.
Okay, you're winning the division. Okay, we're going to do one. Now, I always do this when you do these long term bets in the NFL. Do you want the out if you lose your quarterback?
Yeah.
Okay. No, so that's why. Okay, fair. That's fair. No. That's fair. No. That's fair. Hey. That's fair. I always give that. Again, fair. All right. So if we lose the quarterbacks, the bet's off. But we're going to go moving forward. The Cowboys, whoever has the best record at the end of the year, right?
So
best record at the end of the year.
Whoever's the division champion, then.
Oh yeah, man. It might be between us. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's how it'll be. Whoever has the best record will most likely be the division champion.
There it is. All right, wings on deck. Well, we're going to do that run. We're going to do a run back show and one of us is going to be eating some wings. Well, I might be getting that Zeke. I'll be over here getting that Zeke on. Ooh, getting that Zeke on.
That voodoo fry. About to be good, my guy. About to be good. But yeah, man. Give me 3 hot takes for this game. I want real takes. I don't want like something that could possibly happen. I want some hot.
Yeah, no, I think to be honest with you, I think we're going to see more of the running game against y'all. To be honest, I think y'all. I do believe you're going to say, man, we don't want and y'all have had Dak and Coop beat y'all before. We've seen that happen, right? And you got Slay and all that. I'm not saying that you're not. I mean, we're not getting into all that. But what I'm saying is, I think they're going to go into it and say, okay, You did it once with the run. Show us again, though. Yeah, y'all only scored 20 with the run versus going up and down pinball numbers. And I think we're going to see Pollard get another 100 yards again against y'all.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think we'll see Pollard go for another hundo.
Okay, so Pollard for a hundo.
I got Pollard. Yeah, I got Pollard for a hundo. I got. Now the Cowboys haven't got a lot of sacks yet. Even though Parsons got a lot of pressures. See, the only thing is I can't buy exactly what we're going to do with Parsons, with Randy Gregory coming back. So I'm going to go with Diggs getting another interception, making it 3 straight games with an interception this week.
Oh, no, you didn't.
And my last hot take is I don't think this game will be particularly close. I think the Cowboys win by 10 plus.
I like them. Those are hot takes for sure. My hot takes is.
You already said you're going to win. There's your hot take. You're done. Move on. I'm joking.
My first one's going to be that Dallas Goedert is going to get over 100 yards on you guys. And he hasn't done that all season so far. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't been. But Dallas is going to shine in Dallas will be my first hot take. You know? My second hot take is that we will get 2 interceptions this game on Dak. You know what I'm saying? If that rookie can get 1, even though I know it's a blown throw.
Yeah.
We getting 2 on you guys this game. And
2.
Jalen Hurts is going to have a bounce back game and have his best game of the season with 350 passing yards, 100 rushing yards.
Hey, look, I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. If Jalen throws for 350, it's a problem. I'm keeping the buck. If he throws for 350, hey man, it's a problem. I don't know why. My fans do this. Y'all can't beat Brady. We're not playing Brady this week, my guys. That's cool. Cool story. It's fine. Okay, right. We can't beat Brady. That's okay. Oh my God, the guy that has the most Super Bowls of all time. Look, we get it. Y'all got a Super Bowl with Big Nick. I ain't gonna, the channel. Don't want to get no what you call it, whatever. Yeah.
Woo,
congratulations.
Over here, man.
I'm sure you do. Yeah, I'm sure. Nick,
man,
y'all might as well build the statue out front for him. Might as well.
I like Carson too. He just wasn't strong enough to kick. Playing Philly.
Brother,
he already handle the media.
He's already hurt.
If you get paid $30 million, my guy, you got to know that we're not going to be able to afford to keep paying a backup $10 and $15 million if we're giving you the bag. You know what I'm saying? So we draft the guy in the second round. What you want us to draft a 5th rounder that if you go down, we have garbage behind you? No. Howie made a smart move and got Jalen Hurts in the second. It's not like he went in the first round and drafted a quarterback. He got him in the second round. Yeah. So I don't think any of that should have affected Carson's play. He's a weak-minded guy, and he's injury-prone after that injury.
But you knew that before you paid him. And the same guy that went and drafted Hurts was the same guy that paid him. That's the only thing that doesn't make sense because, you're paying him more money than not.
Hoping. That was
you can't. But you didn't have to, though. You had the 5th-year option. You didn't have to do it. That's the thing about it. You're paying him more to play for the Colts than he is for y'all. That's insane.
We were betting against that. We were betting on he was going to have another dynamic year again. Because he was claiming he was going to imagine if we would have not paid him, and he did have that year, how much money we had to give him? We would have to give him like 40. We had to give him that Dak money.
Hey, we eating good over here. We good with that. But you ain't lying about Wentz being hurt. My guy, he sprained both his ankles in the last game.
No,
not one. You sprained both of them. You only got 2. How do you sprain both of them? I said, boy, Carson Wentz, boy, he's softer than wet paper tissue. I said, my goodness.
He's trying to hurt us. They're trying to stop that 70%, man. They're trying to get that, make sure he plays less than 70%. I promise you. We're not getting that first round pick with Carson over there.
Yeah, fair enough. fair enough there. 350 though, my goodness, 350. Jeez Louise.
So basically, he's going to relive the Arizona game last year, where he went one-on-one with Kyler Murray because I see Dak being that kind of quarterback where you're going to probably have to get in a shootout with, early. So yeah, he's going to throw. He's going to throw for 350 if you don't get over.
You want to dial up what Jalen Hurts did against us last year with our terrible defense, or are we going to skip that?
I don't think your defense is that much better this year.
brother. You didn't watch us good enough, but we were historically bad. Historically bad.
What other players do you have besides Mike Parsons?
Man, our whole safety crew is different, and that's the big thing,
From
right?
the Atlanta,
Brother, KZ's gotten an interception in the end zone and forced a fumble in the end zone.
O'Neal?
But it's not just him. You got Malik Hooker as well, right? You got Javon Curse as well. You got Damian Wilson on his second year being the starter, right? So the safety for the first time in a long time for us is actually good to go. It's been Woods and Heath and patchwork here, Darius Thompson. I mean, just terrible. Our safeties are go dial it up, my guy. Like the safety play is actually really good for us right now. That's why we're playing a lot of big nickel with 3 safeties on the field. And you got to think when it comes to Keanu O'Neal, like he's not really playing safety for us. He's in the box now as a linebacker, which he played 41% of those snaps in Atlanta as a linebacker anyways, and he beefed up. Right, so I mean, you got Neal who can kind of drop back for you, but he's playing the weak side linebacker to run and make plays. Then of course you mix in Jalen and LVE here a little bit, and then you got Parsons as the playmaker. Now you got to look at the defensive line. Our 3rd round pick, Osa, that we went and got Diggy. And my goodness, and look at his PFF grades this week and what he did. And he's just a rookie. You know, it sucks that we don't have Gallimore right now. He's going to miss a couple more weeks. Now we'll get Randy Gregory back. So, no, I mean, there's definitely a lot of moving pieces on this defense that wasn't there, last year. Like Chidobe Awuzie is no longer here. He's out the door. You're looking at damn near all the safeties that were getting burns last year. Most of them outside of Wilson are out the door. So the defensive line, right? We've gotten rid of the Antoine Woods of the world. We added to Watkins. We added to Brent Urban. So yeah, no, he's running a lot of different players. This defense has turned over quite a bit of their starters and quite a bit of the depth in the rotation than what we had last year. And just think, we drafted 8 guys on defense in this draft on top of all the free agents that we basically signed were nothing but defensive players as well.
Yeah, I did win heavy on defense this year. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your second cornerback again?
Oh, Anthony Brown, AB, always beat. Got a chip on his shoulder. Literally, he has a chip tattooed on his shoulder. I don't know why. Brother, that chip needs to get bigger. I don't know. But again, that's why. But we adjusted. And this is the great thing about our prior coaches and whatnot. They adjusted what was happening and said, and key, major key alert. Diggs traveled with Allen the whole game. Now, we were in zone at times, not man, but he actually traveled. It's the first time we've done that here in a very, very long time. That's what they think about Diggs and his potential and the things that he's able to do. Again, we're talking about 5 interceptions in 14 games. He's got 2 interceptions the first 2 games of the year. He's got a chance to be a special player in this league coming into a second year. He still hasn't played a full season of regular season games yet, only 14. So it'll be interesting to see, as you talked about, the Slim Reaper, if it's going to be another travel situation or they're not going to travel. Definitely a key to look at and see how they're going to match up and what they're going to do against your team.
Yeah, man. And like I said, that matchup I'm actually looking forward to see because, like I said, Devontae Smith should know everything he needs to know about Diggs.
Vice versa, though, baby. That's vice versa.
Yeah, but who's getting torched those practices?
Oh man, but you don't see. But here's the thing. But they don't show you right. But they don't show you when the DBs are torching.
Okay. Who do you think is better, Surtain or? Well, obviously you're gonna say Diggs, right?
We have to wait and see. Surtain's got 2 interceptions so far this year as well. Now,
no.
Now he didn't start out starting. Now they had an injury and he started this week. And it takes time. That's kind of the guy I wanted to see in Dallas to be with Diggs, what you're saying. But unfortunately, it just didn't fall that way for us. So, we'll have to wait and see. Look, he was a 9th overall pick, right? Diggs was 54th. So, but theoretically, by draft position, he should be better, right? But we like Diggs. We'll take our chances with Diggs.
What is the status on Gallup?
Gallup has a strained calf. He has a strained calf. He's out 2 to 4 weeks. Yeah, he's not playing this week. He didn't play last week, and he's not playing this week either.
Okay. All right, man. So I guess we need to get a score prediction down here. So I'm going to let you go first.
Sure.
The score of this Monday night showdown with the Eagles.
27-17 Dallas Cowboys.
Ooh. All right. That's, 10-point game. You guys win very well.
Mm-hmm.
My score is going to be a little different.
No, I'm no big shock. I would expect nothing less here. I'm in Eagle land. I would expect nothing less over here.
We get things corrected this week. We get back to form, and the Eagles win 31-10 in Jerry's world.
Hold on, man. Hold on.
31-10.
Look, I done plugged my
He
headset.
doesn't do
Hold
nothing.
on.
We
That
stopped.
boy said
We
31-10.
stopped
Hold
politicking.
on.
Our defense
Oh,
only
wait,
gave
wait.
up
Hold on.
17 points and what? 10 points or 11 points?
Did you say 31-10?
That's 10 points. Is a lot.
Did Reggie White just unretire and play for y'all? I don't. Did he come back? I mean, God rest the dead. Respect. I mean, who? Huh? 10?
Crowd.
Brother.
Everybody that's in the chat right now, drop your score.
Brother.
Even
Okay. Let's just. I mean, look. Any given Sunday, even if y'all do win, 31-10. You think you're gonna only hold us to 10 points? Y'all couldn't hold the Niners to less than 17 points.
But we could have, really. It was possible.
Oh, my goodness.
It was possible. The first half, they scored 7 points. Right?
Hey,
and how many did we give up to the Falcons?
I don't know.
We still only have given up, 23 points in 2 games? You guys given up that in 1 game.
Who did we play? Y'all didn't play who we played now.
What was the last game?
2017. Give them 17.
17. Okay.
Yeah, we got a dub with that though. Y'all didn't. Y'all gave them 17, took that L at home.
Oh. So, and you about to take that L at home?
Nah. Even if it is an L, 31-10, you didn't bunch your head. Let me make that drive over to Alabama real quick and check on you.
Write it down.
You heard?
Write it down. 31-10. The Eagles win. Let's see what we got in here. We got 31-34 Eagles. 31-10 Eagles for shot. 27-17 Eagles. Come on, where's some Cowboy fans? I want to hear some of you guys' score prediction too. There we go. He said 31-17 Eagles. Okay.
No, 31-17 Cowboys. Man, see, you keep doing that. Look at you.
I mean, Cowboys.
Boy, my guy, Professor O. Matt Owen in the building for the Stargate podcast. He got Cowboys 34-24.
28.
Hey, a lot of 27-17 like in that score that I put out there, though. But y'all got the wrong team behind it. Ain't the Eagles. It's going to be the Cowboys.
27-26,
Birds. Ooh.
Hey, that's a little close.
Ooh. Little nail biter.
Look at it. 31-3.
Wow. 31-3. Okay, hey.
If you guys, he's a Cowboy fan.
Yeah, I mean, we ain't giving up threat. I don't know about 31-3 for us. Okay. I mean, cool. I mean, I fully expect us to give up a touchdown. I mean, I don't see us not giving up a touchdown, but I mean, stranger things can happen. I mean,
I think
I believe 31-3 for us is more believable than 31-10 for y'all. I will say that. Facts.
How is that?
Yeah, I definitely believe that more for sure.
That 31-10 is more realistic?
No. 31. Yeah. I think 31-10 would be a more realistic score if we were winning.
Oh, no, that's not going to happen.
No, I don't think so either. But I'm just saying it's more realistic than y'all beating us 31-10. That's all I'm saying.
But I just think it's the breakout game, my guy.
Oh, okay. No. Flip it. Okay. You're announcing to the world you've arrived. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This game's going to be we here now. We're
here now. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, we're
guess
going to find.
Guess what though?
We're going to find out.
And my schedule release, right?
And that's what's great. I mean, that's what's great
about you guys this game, right?
Uh-huh.
But I have you guys beating us the last game of the season in Philadelphia. But really, it's only because we're going to be already on our, in the playoffs by then.
Yeah.
And we won't be playing our starters. So don't worry. After we beat you guys good this week, you guys will still have an opportunity at the end of the season to get that W on us, my guy. So I got us splitting. I see us sweeping the Giants, and I think we're going to sweep Washington too. So you guys will be the only team in the division that splits with the Eagles this year.
Okay, well,
I'm fair. I'm a fair guy.
I mean, time will tell. I don't think that 31-10 was fair, but that's okay. That's all right. We got some wings. If we're splitting, well, that means all these other teams we got to beat for these wings at the end of the year. So I'm pretty excited about that.
How do you see the division? Because I see us, you, Washington, Giants.
The Washington thing's in flux, right? And the only thing and the reason I say that is, because
they already beat the Giants once.
Right. The Giants, yeah, right. Washington's already beat, but they're still in flux in the idea that What is the this Henneke kid going to do? I call him kid. I mean, he's actually almost 30. He's 29. You know, how is he going to pan out? Is it going to become a situation where look? I don't know. Does Cam get vaccinated and then they bring him in? And look, and Cam's not. And look, and to be clear, Cam's not 2016 Cam anymore. But in the right situations, right? In the right situations, he's still. I mean, he's still a starter in this league. Let's be clear. So. Yeah, I mean, I think he's a starter in this league. So you don't think he's starting this league?
I think Cam years are done.
I don't think. Look, again, I'm not saying he's a top 10 quarterback. Are you taking Heineke over Cam Newton? Do you think? Again, small sample.
Might as well see what I got in them.
Yeah, I mean, small sample size. I'm saying if it goes off the rails, it might be something they do, or maybe they go get somebody else. I don't know. I just see it a little bit, but yeah, as it sits right now, I mean, I got the Cowboys winning it. I think y'all have proved early on. It's so hard early in the season. I'm a 4-game guy. You know, used to with 16 games. I used to do quarter by quarter. Now it's 17, so it's a little wonky. But the one thing that I do believe is, after 4 games, you kind of have a good beat on who you are as a team, and you know. I mean, and we're halfway to that point, so we kind of have an idea. Like for you, it's like, okay, are y'all more the team that played Atlanta offensively, especially because I think the defense did their job both games.
Yeah.
Are y'all more of the team offensively in Atlanta, or are y'all more the offensive team that we saw against San Francisco? And that's what's got to be figured out over the next couple of weeks for y'all. And for us, I think the big thing is, okay, we've showed that we can offensively, and I thought at the beginning of this preseason, I said, this is a Super Bowl offense that we have here. Can the defense come along and do enough for the ride and to come along for the ride for us? And we've seen that whether passing or whether running, we can get the job done against some top tier to upper echelon teams. The Chargers are a really good team as well. The 2 things I needed to see was turnovers and points per game for my defense. And I said, those are the 2 big things that we have to do to go where we want to go. Week 1, we got the turnovers, 4 of them, right? I really call 3 the Hail Mary. I mean, whatever. That's kind of a wash to me. So you really got 3. But we did not nail the points per game, right? We gave up 31. Week 2, 2 turnovers, 17 points. We accomplished both of those. But now, are we more of the week 1 see, we're polar opposite. Are we more of the week 1 defense or the week 2 defense? And that's what we got to find out the next 2 games, which makes it very interesting for us here because you're finding out about your offense. We're trying to find a little bit better of our defense. Who's going to win that matchup, and maybe where it comes down to before we really get into the meat of the season. So, but yeah, that 31-3 stuff or 31-10 stuff, brother.
You know, I'm just one of those guys. Once I say it once on the air,
it's out there. Yeah, I mean, you got to stay. Live by, die by. Yeah, live by, die by. Once you put it out there, you got to roll with it. I feel you. I definitely feel you.
Good question for us before we get out of here.
All right.
3 key matchups that the fans should be looking for into this game.
Okay. 3 key matchups for me is going to be.
I'll say Diggs and Devontae Smith.
If he travels, right? I mean, definitely if he travels, I think we can both agree with there. If he's going to travel like he did with Keenan Allen, I think obviously that's a big key matchup. I'm going to go with our safeties versus your tight ends. I think that's also very key.
You don't think they'll put Parsons on?
I don't. He might be a defensive end again. See, that's the one thing. That's the fun side of this right now for us, and seeing what Parsons is. They can kind of. I call him Weapon X is what I call him because he got drafted and they're like, oh, he's just an off-ball linebacker. You don't draft that guy. I was like, well, it depends on how they use him. And what Dan Quinn has kind of done is used him as a weapon and trying to build this defense kind of around him, right? And when we drafted him, I said, look, and I'm looking at Dan Quinn and what he's done to this 2 stops, right? One was, you was up in Seattle. You had a Bobby Wagner. We know who he is. Can he do that? All right. Then you look over in Atlanta, right? He had Deion Jones, and we saw what he's able to do at linebacker. All right, now Parsons is going to maybe give you some of that linebacker, but now he's giving you some of the defensive end. Like, how is he going to use him, going into this game? So you're not wrong. Do they want to do that with him? They can. The 4.39 speed is real, right? But I don't know exactly how they're going to use him. So I'm thinking this might be what we saw last week because we had Kearse, the safety, right on Cook. That's what we saw. He got the interception. They called a bogus pass interference, but it is what it is. So I think it's going to be Kearse versus your tight end again. I think we're going to see that again. So I think that's a key matchup. And then I'll flip one on the other side. We know Fletcher Cox very well. How do we block it up, right? Fletcher's a monster. And, week 1.
Right?
Yeah, he'll probably be going. But they can flip him though. They can flip him, put him on Connor Williams as well, right? I mean, he's got that ability to go either side from the defensive tackle position. So, whenever we went against Sue and Vita Vea, although Zach wasn't there, we aired it out. Now, last week it was more about Bosa, right? So we went to the run game. So that might dictate what we really do in thinking about how we're going to block up Fletcher Cox. So Fletcher Cox versus our offensive line, I think, is a very key matchup as well. That would be my 3.
Yeah, so we got Diggs
versus
Fletcher
Smith,
Cox, and then the tight end matchup. So yeah, those would probably be my 3 too. Because I was thinking you said the safeties versus tight ends, but I was thinking more of a linebacker versus tight ends. But it depends how you guys want to play. Like you said.
Well, here's the thing, right? Because week 1, and again, we're going to learn here. Because week 1, it was really more the linebackers on Gronk. We got torched. Week 2, they kind of switched it a little bit. It was more of the safeties on the tight end. So again, game plan, and we'll see what's going forward. To me, I think they're going to lean a little bit more towards the safeties and the big nickel against. But now, if you're in 12 personnel, it might to be that one. It might to be a safety and a linebacker, right? So schematically, in the chess game within the game, it will be very interesting to see.
Carson, what side was he on?
I mean, he got some steps everywhere, but mainly the week 1, he was middle. Your Mike linebacker, and then week 2, I mean, he rushed from the left side, he rushed from the right side, he rushed with his hand in the dirt, he rushed standing up. I mean, he was just coming off that edge nonstop and just getting after it.
Yeah, well, yeah. So Parsons, especially if he's coming off that edge, Marlotta and Lane Johnson, see what they can do with him. You know what I'm saying? Basically, let's just neutralize your star players, Can we stop Dak? Can we stop Parsons? And can we stop CeeDee Lamb?
We'll see.
You know what I'm saying?
We'll see.
Slade got Cooper down. I ain't worried
about that. Hey. I mean, look, he's got rib meat injury. Shouldn't be a problem for him. You're right.
Hey, man. But shout out to the 25 still in the chat. Much love.
Appreciate
Please
everybody.
Subscribe to my guy, your boy Nix. You know what I'm saying?
No, man, it's your _guy _Nix.
Your guy, Nix.
Twitter. You're good.
Guy, Nix.
Just drop the comment. I'll put our names right there. It should.
Yeah, it's all down there, right?
Yeah. Just drop the comment off. Drop the comment off.
Oh, yeah.
It should pop up. Yeah, let's get our Twitter handle. There we go. There's our Twitter.
Go.
There
your
it is.
Guy,
Bam.
Nick. Sorry for butchering your name tonight.
Nah, it's all.
Your guy,
it
Nick,
happens.
It's here.
I'm still your boy though. Don't worry about it. Guy, boy, it's all good.
And we both of our links are inside the chat. So make sure you sub both of us up. Hit that like on the way out. It doesn't cost anything. Let's get this content out to more Eagle fans.
Hey, and another thing too, make sure when you hit that sub, make sure you hit that notification bell. You never know when my guy's going to go on. If you got the notification bell hit, how you going to know what he's going on?
Yeah, exactly. Hit that noti bell for both of us, my guy. Also, if you need a gift, birthday gift, anniversary gift, early Christmas gift, please go out and get you a La TOURAINE watch. They are the sponsors of the BIRDGANG Nation Sports Talk. And if you use promo code BIRDGANG31, it will get you 10% off. So the link is also in the chat. Go ahead, check them out, man. They got some good armware. So, I recommend it. I'll get me one. That's for sure. And I'm going to get the lady one. So go get yourself one. Use that promo code, my guy. And go ahead and give them another breakdown everywhere they can find you at and your names of your shows so they can go watch them.
Oh, yeah, man. Real quick, all you got to do, Star Gang is on Facebook. We got a page and a group. The group is over 7,000 strong. Come jump in, do what you got to do. On YouTube, it's Star Gang Podcast. By all means, come over there. Every Wednesday night, we go at 8 p.m. Central. Me, Matt Owen, a.k.a. Professor O, my guy Spoonie, and our girl Mary Ella, bringing you the Dallas Cowboys content each and every Wednesday. Yeah, man. I appreciate you having me on, man, reaching out, man. This was fun. Obviously, we got the bet on deck, so we're definitely going to run it back again. And maybe whenever we play the second time, I'll bring you on my side. I'll bring you on my side of the other channel.
Come over there. Second game over there. So then, we can go ahead and clarify the bet over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I need them spices.
Yeah. I'm gonna get that. Yeah, I'm gonna get that lemon pepper and that garlic parm. You feel me?
Hey, much love to all you guys that came out and supported the channel tonight. Have yourself a blessed Eagles night and Cowboys night if you're a Cowboy fan in here. I always end my show with fly, Eagles, fly. Till next time, this is BIRDGANG 31, and we are out. Peace.